Switch lanes, switch back both ways. Cars, I mean like both plays. Yeah, win-win, all games. Bet, we tried to ask for it, but they not gon' give it, so okay, we gon' take it. You saw what kind of said it's just a movie, I saw it and sell it, we gon' make it. Like, you know, I'm tired of talking about what we can't do, though. So much we can do, but ain't got a clue, though. You could run a business the way that you move, bro. Multi-millions in a tie and a suit, though. They know it too, they just couldn't let you know. Too much at risk if they told you the truth, so I peeped the setup, I had to put you on. Fuck what they risking, we win when they lose, bro. Hey. We only working if we think alike. Tried to work with everybody, had to learn that ain't how you live a peaceful life. We were just together, why you ain't tell me? I just wanted you to be surprised. Whole time they wouldn't understand it, I just had to let them see it with their eyes. Revolutionary talk, boss talk, not for everybody talk. Cloth talk, keep it real brief when you call talk. Only power moves, this ain't small talk. Oh, you thinking that I can't relate? Had the candles lit cause the lights off. So the food stamps to get the lights on. Eating ramen noodles with the hot sauce. I just had to level up, ain't nobody saving us except for us. And we got the bag, we just playing games, acting like $1 trillion ain't enough. That might go over your head, over your scalp if you ain't in touch. You know that we the chosen ones. You know that we got royal blood.
Suffer the pain every time you deliver. Taking the beating while reading the scripture. How could you beat me in front of my children? How could you tear down the man that just built them? Tell them that daddy not strong as the system, yeah. I go, my soul is intact. No bargain, you can't get it back. These are the facts. See that they setting up traps. I just pray that my people come back. You do the math. Answer what's leading your path. The root of this evil is cash. Don't even ask. You know they can see through that math. As soon as you speak, they gon' laugh. I was off. I was lame. I was off. I was cold. I was dumb to the game. I was young. Now I'm old. I don't bend. I don't break. I don't quit. I don't fold. I done sold many things, but I would never sell my soul. I done fought. I done bang. I got knocked. Never told through the struggles and the pain. Never robbed, but I stole. I got fought. I got claimed. Pray to God, so we know I done sold many things, but I would never sell my soul.
What's good, fam? This is Jobs, and you are tuned into My Skin is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. From goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only have one rule, and that's be respectful. How you doing? How's your life? And we on a little early today, and hopefully you can hear me on the live stream. I'm not sure. On Blog Talk Radio, from goons to gods, we welcome everyone. No echo. All right, I might have actually remembered how to do it correctly. So anyway, let's see what we can put together, man. And shout out to Koya for recommending the show. Definitely dope and putting in the work behind the scenes as usual. And wow, Saviours Day, and I was there. Yeah, I know a lot of folks surprised. I went. I had never been before, and it was a beautiful thing. It really was. And we'll get into it. And I did see somebody. It is a 612 area code. I saw you call. And my bad, but I kind of be doing my thing with the intro and trying to make sure everything is working optimally. And if typically Fridays is the water cooler, and we're not foregoing the water cooler by any stretch of the imagination. That will be at 9 o'clock, and y'all know how we do. But I think it's good that we can come together and discuss, major events in our community. And Saviours Day is absolutely a major event in our community. And shout out to the nation, man. Just even if you are not a follower of the nation, just to see all that beautiful blackness in step, coordinated, organized, just to see so many of our brothers and sisters operating as one is such a powerful, powerful thing. And salute to you if you went to Saviours Day. Salute to you if you didn't. Salute to you if you watched it on the live stream. Salute to you if you're having a crappy day. Hopefully we can make it a little bit better. And if you're having a good day, let's make it great. And I'm just waiting on Koya to call up at this point. But let me know if the audio is okay, because I haven't tried to do the blog talk. I haven't done it successfully in a long time. Hopefully we can make it a little bit better. And if you're having a good day, all right. Yeah, I think we're good. Anyway, shout out to the one or two people that's actually tuned in while I'm trying to get things together. Oh, and you know what? My bad, too. And I did tell Koya and them to call up at a quarter after 7. Because, we really don't talk about shit for the first 15 minutes or so. And I'm not sure if Rome is joining us at 7 or 9. I'm not sure. But, wow, I finally actually got this. Do me a favor. At least like the shit before you click off. We would greatly appreciate it. And subscribe. And please, 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 go look up Liberation Minded Media Group. Go look up blackspace.com. Blackspace.com is Facebook or Twitter for black people, made by black people. Liberation Minded Media Group has collaborated with Blackspace, to try to come together. And we got several podcasts up under that LMMG, like Black Eye Stand Radio, Psychopathia, The Rundown with Renee, My Skin is My Sin, Self Love is My Rehab. And we got Opinions and Assholes also joining the My Skin is My Sin family shortly. And we got one of the most premier tour guides on the planet, Camp Cleveland. And we're talking about all black folks. You feel me? So go check out blackspace.com, BLAQ space.com, and look us up. We just about to really start pushing things out there. LiberationMindedMedia.com. Check that out. Still twinkling, still working on it just slightly, but it looks so beautiful. It does. Anyway, how's your day? And what's on your mind? And the telephone number is 347-855-8692 if you would like to call up. And you do have to press 1 to let me know you want to get on air. And right now, I'm using my iPad to control it. I got about 45%, so I think we good at least for the next hour, hour and a half, hopefully. But I don't want to cut the show short. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't talk today. I get nervous, man. You know what I do? I get nervous when certain people come on the show. And when Koya's coming on the show, I get nervous. I really do. And Koya's so dope. If you know anything about Koya, is that she puts in work. You know, she puts in work. And it was dope being able to see her at Saviours Day. Although I had to leave a slightly early, like 10 minutes probably before Farrakhan finished, my nephew called me, and he wanted to talk to me, and he's never done that before. And I felt horrible because I get there, and he had absolutely nothing to say. I was so pissed. He did not realize, like, how much that bothered me. Like, he'd never done that before. So, that's one thing I do. Wish I could have stayed a couple of more hours just to kind of talk to folks, you know, and see what led them there. Because there's a lot of people there that was not, you know, from the nation. There's a lot of just regular folks like myself. Seen a lot of powerful black folks in there too. And I got a chance to, the day before, Saturday night, actually, and let me see, who was it? I can't remember this cat's name. Oh, my God. But this dude, he was like the host of the Needham Golden Child, and there was another brother who was there too, and I'm sorry, King, but I cannot remember your name either. But I'm about to find the other guy's name, because I got his contact info to interview this cat, but this cat was phenomenal. Like, because he had some music too, and then dude played the trumpet. Like, it was really just one of the best, most surprising performances. A guy named Alaz, Alaz. That dude was dope. And I think this is Koya in the queue. So without further ado, hold on one second. What's good, Queen?
Peace and love. What's happening?
Nothing much. What's happening with you? How's life?
Nothing. Just, life is great. I'm still excited from last weekend.
I see. And
I'm still full. I'm excited.
Before we jump into it, there's somebody else in the queue. I wasn't sure if they're trying to get on air or not. Last four digits of your number is 1947. If you are trying to get on air, just press 1. It's been a while since we actually recorded on Blog Talk, and I kind of figured out. How do I sound? I sound all right? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound good. That is
Okay,
somebody
good.
trying to get on. I know the last 4.
Oh, okay, bet. All right, so we're going to get them on right now, too.
Okay.
What's good, fam?
Peace, and blessings. Greetings.
How you doing, King?
I'm doing well, brother. Who am I speaking with right now?
This is Jobs.
Oh, Brother Jobs. Peace and love, brother. How you been, sir?
I keep waking up, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's all I can ask
and
for.
that's a blessing every time. That's a blessing every time we get that opportunity. Yes,
No doubt, man.
What we do in between that sleep, that's what it's all about.
How's your life, man? How's your family?
My family's doing well, brother. I owe all the praise to the God, brother. It's been a great week. We coming into Saviours Day season. So the spirit has been high. We had a great Saviours Day convention. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan capped it off so beautifully, and I'm excited to hear from him again this weekend.
That would be dope. That would be dope. So you were there, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What did you take from it? Like, what was your biggest moment? What did you take from it?
Biggest moment. That's a heavy question, beloved. My biggest moment, and what did I take from it? First of all, what did I take from it first? It was the best Saviours Day ever, in my opinion. And I say that because what I took from it was it was like taking a peek or having an experience of heaven, seeing what heaven would be like. And when I describe heaven, I'm not talking about a place up in the sky where we're floating around and, you see your great-grandfather and Sammy Davis Jr. is on the saxophone. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about heaven on earth. I'm talking about heaven as a state of mind up in the sky where we're reality of seeing black people, civilized, black people, well-mannered, behaved black people in a spirit of love, greeting each other, smiling, high spirit, high self-esteem, beautiful, well-behaved children. Everyone just loving each other. You can leave your purse, you can leave your gold watch on the chair and come back 3 hours later and it still be there. I mean, this is something undescribable in the cities of America. And I'm not talking about somewhere off in Pigfoot, Mississippi. I'm talking about Detroit, Michigan.
It was dope.
This is Detroit, a place where they say the people are dead and it's uncivilized, and many people don't even want to go visit Detroit. And here it is, a heaven in the midst of chaos, in the midst of hell. I mean, that's what I took from this weekend of what we could possibly do as black people. If we can have Saviours Day every day, 365 days a year, when you can go into the black community and see peace and love and brotherhood and sisterhood, and, you don't see jealousy and envy, but you see love. I mean, we saw just within the Nation of Islam, we saw the Deltas and the Zetas and the AKAs and the Qs and the Alphas and all the different fraternities all come together under one banner and take pictures under one banner. And that banner wasn't the Greek organization, but it was a brotherhood and sisterhood of peace and love. And this is what we can have potentially every day in the black community. Yes, sir. I would say that would be what I took from it.
How about you, Koya?
Oh, it was something.
And before you, I'm sorry, let me cut you off, but before you say that, let me set this up a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Like me and Koya have been cool for a minute now. Good, always been good people. Always been just boots on the ground. Whatever she puts her mind to, bam, it's getting done. But I saw her at Saviours Day, and she looked different. Just gonna say that.
How'd I look?
Huh?
How'd I look?
You look peaceful. You didn't look stressed. You look. It just was a whole different energy, a whole different vibe. You look at home.
Ooh, I wasn't expecting that. So, yeah, it was so good to see you. I saw so many people from Cleveland. It was just really a blessing. This was my first Saviours Day, and I think you probably already know, Jobs, that I lived in Detroit for 7 years. I lived there from 1998 to 2005. That's where I went to college. And I will say that this past weekend in Detroit was probably the most peaceful I've ever seen the city of Detroit ever. There was no crime. There was no, it was just quiet. It was peaceful. It was just everybody, like wherever I went, like it didn't necessarily have to be somewhere Saviours Day related. I would be going to a restaurant completely like not even anywhere near downtown, and I'm seeing brothers and sisters in there eating, and I'm walking in and like saying Happy Saviours Day, and they just turning around and just smiling and just saying Happy Saviours. Everybody was just so happy. Like nobody was like upset. I didn't hear any police. I mean, like that's the first time I've ever witnessed anything like that. And I remember saying on Sunday, I remember I posted on Facebook. I'm like, I've never seen anything like this before. I'm like, I don't even want to go home. Like, this was the most at peace I've ever been in Detroit. Like, it was something I've never even experienced. And I mean,
for the
like,
record, I love my city.
Yes.
My city's beautiful.
Mhm. It is.
Best city on the planet. They showed out on Saviours Day.
It was crazy.
Speak to the God.
Man, salute to Student Minister Troy Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. Hopefully he calls in today, but it was just, I mean, like the work he did for the city and just even coming to Cleveland and different cities across the country to even promote and get people to come out. And it was full. I mean, like from front to back. And then he had like people on standby and like in other rooms waiting to get in. Like that was something I've never experienced before. Like just the whole weekend. And I wish that I would have. I didn't know. I mean, like in hindsight, I wish I would have taken advantage more of the different activities.
Mm-hmm.
It was a full weekend. I mean, like now moving forward, I'm probably going to, stay. Like I may take that whole week off for vacation, like because that week is so major. Like you got to be like full of energy. You got to be ready to go. Like they have events back to back to back, and they're all good and worth going to. Like they had the graduation. They had the town hall meeting with Dr. Ava Muhammad. They had the drill competition. Then on top of that, on Sunday you get to see the minister. I mean, like it was just like every event was just something to, like just something to look forward to. And I wish I would have attended more.
That's right.
I did get a chance and was fortunate enough to attend the town hall at the Shrine of the Black Madonna. And that was something tremendous. It was a lot of people, like I had gotten there way before it started, and like I had already been, sent to the balcony. Like that's how fast and packed it got. They were really talking about like they were preaching separation, and like why we should, consider separation in, America for our people. And it was just a really good conversation, a really good panel, and that's one of the most memorable parts of the weekend for me personally.
Okay, so mine is more personal. Well, I take that back. I won't say more personal, but mine is personal in a different way.
Yes, sir.
So I wake up with not a ticket. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going. And Koya, I'm like, damn, I gotta get a ticket. So I end up buying a ticket for $23. And my best friend was like, well, meet me downtown in my office. Now, mind you, I've been knowing this cat for over 20 years. And I done seen him graduate from college. I done seen him get a family, graduate from law school after getting a family, the struggle. And we never really talked about where he at now.
Mhm.
So, literally downtown on Jefferson, the 24th floor, he's got a corner office with a shower in it. The blackest office I've ever been into. From the statues to the paintings to the fucking coffee mugs to the sugar, the blackest office I ever been into, and they overlooking the lake. And I was so motherfucking proud of my nigga. I really was. Like, it felt good that, like, he don't even talk about it. Like, he made, we'll talk about other random shit. We never really talk about work.
Mhm.
And to see how successful that this black man, to know from where he came, from how we met to where you at now, and to been privileged enough to have seen your story. That shit really hit home for me. And then we're like, I don't know, in the fourth row.
I remember you told me that. Because I remember telling you, I'm like, well, we could, like, we'll get you, make sure you get in, make sure you have a seat. And then you're like, no, I saw my homeboy, like, he got me a seat in the fourth row. I'm like, oh, well, you straight then.
Right. I'm like,
I want to
wow.
get up there with Jobs. I'm like,
I'm feeling good.
Up there with him.
Yeah. That's how good he is doing.
Wow. That's amazing. That's awesome.
But I didn't even want to. Initially, you know me. Like I want to interview everybody, and initially, like, yeah, I can meet some people, and he was like, "Look, bro, I ain't even in this shit for the money. Just like doing it. Just happen to be good at it. But when we got there, I seen some people I would have normally approached and be like, "Hey, what's up?" I ain't come here for that. I didn't realize I didn't come here for that. So it was pretty dope. Anyway, that's my spiel. I'm sorry I took so long.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, I'm glad that you had a chance to experience it. And, like, it was my first time, and it just felt like everybody there, like, was there in a different place. Like, the people that I saw from Cleveland that took the bus into Detroit, like, I had a chance to see a couple of those people, and they were just so happy. Like, they were just smiling. They were so excited, and I was just happy to see them happy. Like, they were a part of something. Like, it felt like we were all a part of history together. Like, it just felt like a really, really good family event.
It was. It really was.
It was.
Yeah. Except going to the bathroom, man. That was tough.
Oh, them lines were crazy.
God. I'm too old to be waiting. Man. But it was the most orderly, long line I have ever stood in my life.
It was so peaceful. It was so quiet. Everybody respected each other. It was just, I've never seen that anywhere. I've never seen it. And it was just, and my friend that I brought with me, he was somebody I went to college with, he was seeing people, and I guess, like, this is kind of like a testament to what you were just sharing about your friend. He was seeing people that he knew from his former life. I'm putting that in quotes. Where he used to, be kind of in the streets and stuff. And he was seeing people that, like, they haven't been around each other in, like, 20 years, but it's, like, kind of full circle. They've all had their own journey, and they're all on to something else. And it was more of a networking opportunity for him. Like, he was seeing people, and they own companies now. And, like, one of them, I think his father owns a limo business. And, like, it was just an opportunity for him to, like, just rub shoulders and get a chance to reconnect with people that he hadn't seen in a while. And everybody was coming under the same umbrella for FireCon.
And I think the brother's called Dead Drop. I didn't hang up. Wasn't me.
Okay. Okay.
But I hope you call right back there, King.
Okay.
And me and Koya can talk, man. We get on the phone, we can talk. So
yeah.
Interrupt at your leisure. Oh, and if you do want to call up and you want to share your experience, you want to Saviours Day, you want to talk about it, the number is 347-855-8692, and you just got to press 1 to get on air. But I do agree, like, the pageantry is just fucking dope. And
yeah, it was crazy.
It was beautiful, like the coordinations, like just the I mean, and the security, impeccable. Like, that was the most thorough pat down in the history of pat downs.
Oh yeah, they was patting down all weekend. They
man,
it was just it was like, I remember, where did I first go? I went to the Shrine. That's where I first went for the first event. And they had, I mean, like, like when you go to the mosque, that's protocol. That is what they do. Like, everybody gets frisked, whether you're, a member of the nation or not. Like, anybody, no matter who they are, they're getting searched when they come in. And, but I didn't know what to expect with that high volume of people coming into like these large spaces. So it was something that I thought about. I'm like, well, I don't know, like what to expect, like how many sisters they're going to have, like what it's going to look like. And I remember coming in and just really, they bring you in. They're like, here, you're going to come here to this sister. She's going to search you and everything. And she was patting me down. I mean, like just going through the whole process, like looking at me as she's doing it. And I'm like, oh, they're not playing. And it was like,
man, it was like they had like an assembly line pat down.
Yes, exactly. And then for
I was
women,
like, wow.
I mean,
I was so
it's a
impressed
little
by
bit
that.
more because you got a purse with you too.
Yeah.
So they're going through the purses, and like they're going through every single thing. They went through my eyeglass case. I mean, like just everything, making sure. Like just making sure, but that's how much, like those are the lengths and depths they'll go to protect the minister and protect the believers and protect their people.
Hey, you feel no safer nowhere else on the planet, right?
Exactly.
Right there.
Like you feel at home, you feel at peace. You're not worried about nothing, not worried about anybody around you. Like you're gonna be protected.
I wish the hip hop artists had to have more support though. Like the girl is a whole problem. Neelam.
Oh yeah. Did you go to the concert?
Yes.
How was it?
Oh my goodness. Like I was telling the people earlier, it was one cat. Damn, and I had looked up his name in my phone and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look it up for a second. But he was like the host for the night, and this guy named Alaz, Alaz. And he was the host, but he also does music. And man's is a legit problem.
Wow.
And I actually, I looked this shit up when I got to the crib. He's dope.
Mm.
And it translates. It's not like, he's dope on a CD, but his stage show is trash. No, dude was and he played the trumpet too, which was crazy.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes, like dude was phenomenal. It was another cat who was like, apparently he was sick, and you could tell. I felt bad for him because he was rapping over like his music, and his voice was so hoarse that he could barely say anything. But you could tell if he could, it could have really been dope.
Mhm.
And then Golden Child, I was dope. But Neelam, like, man, her and her husband, shout out to them. They were phenomenal.
That's awesome.
And no disrespect to the backup singers who were phenomenal. They had a whole ass band. They was lit. They was on point, and then she had dope ass songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Like she was one of the best performances I have ever seen personally. Facts.
Wow.
Yeah. And she wasn't ass naked. She wasn't talking no goofy shit.
And
she held herself like the queen that she is, and her king was right there holding her down.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I just knew that I
shit left an impression.
Yeah, that's awesome. I just knew that I couldn't go while, like, I just knew it was late. And I remember, like, a friend of mine had come to visit, and I remember, I'm like, as it's getting later and later, I'm like, there's no way I'm going back out tonight and still, like, make sure I'm ready for the show or whatever, for the Saviours Day address. But I really, really wish that I could have made it. And like the drill competition, too, because everybody knows that I love watching FOI and MGT drill. And I just really, really, like, I was so upset that I missed I was like,
okay, you went really fast with those initials, though, Queen. I'm not sure what those mean.
So I went to so I had gone back to my hotel room. A friend of mine came to visit, and I really wanted to go to the drill competition because I really love watching FOI, Fruit of Islam, and MGT, that stands for Muslim Girls Training. I love watching the drill. So those what those letters stand for. So FOI and MGT.
I think I knew the FOI. I just didn't know that you said MGT.
Yes.
Okay.
So that was like one event that I really regret missing, and I heard it was awesome. I was able to get a link to watch it live as it was going on downtown, but I couldn't physically make it, and I regret doing that or not making it. So hopefully next year, because I already know I'm gonna be back in Detroit or wherever it's gonna be next year. Hopefully I'll be able to attend.
Yeah, that would be dope. I would definitely go again. And this time I'm gonna buy my ticket early.
Yes, that was something like everybody kept telling me, they're like, "Wait, did you get your ticket yet?" And I'm like, "No, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it tomorrow. I'm gonna get it Friday." And people at work, my mother, like they're like, "Koya, like you really need to get your ticket. Like I don't think you realize how fast these tickets are gonna go." And I remember like there were some seats like up close where, like I was gonna be able to, sit. I was like, I wanna be as close to the minister as possible. And I remember like when I finally went and got the ticket, it was like there were no seats anywhere near. I'm like, dang it, I missed it. I missed my chance. But now I know. Like this was a whole lesson learned. This whole process.
I must admit, I did not anticipate the level of wow that I was going to have. And I'm just a regular cat. I'm just a regular cat. I just rolled up in there.
Yes, sir.
Just to feel the love.
Mhm.
And
but it was so funny though. I knew it was you. Like as soon as you told me you were there, like I was sitting in my seat, and it was like I instantly found like all them people, and I instantly saw you. Like I just saw your sweatshirt, and I'm like, that's Jobs right there. And I told my friend, I excused myself. I got up, and I came over. I'm like, bro, I'm like, I wasn't expecting to find you that easily. I'm thinking I'm going to be having to find a needle in a haystack looking for you. When you said you were there, I'm like, okay. But I found you right away. So it was really good to see you there.
That was pretty dope. Oh, and so I had no clue who, I think, what's the brother's name? Riza
Islam?
Yeah. Had no clue who this guy was. No disrespect to him. No clue. Never heard of him.
Oh, no, yeah. I have been following him for years.
But I'm at the concert Saturday night, and it's dark in there, and you can still see a shadow like towering over me. I look up, and this dude is huge. Gets on stage and starts dancing.
Oh yeah, that's Brother Reza.
Please stop that man from dancing.
When Reza starts, he cannot stop. Once he gets started, he has been dancing. I want to say he's been dancing since, I think he said when he was 6. So yeah, he's been dancing for a long time. So it's like when the spirit moves him, whenever he hears music. I saw a video with him and Brother Ben X. I think they were in New York or something, and they had like this huge. It was like, I wouldn't say like a flash mob, but it was like when Beyonce's Before I Let Go came out, her version came out, and there were like all these people like in like Times Square dancing, and they had posted a video of it, like just watching the people dancing. And all of a sudden, here comes Brother Reza, and they doing the electric slide, and I mean, like they were just really like getting down. But he is always, he is a class act. I really, really like him. I really appreciate him and respect him for the work he does. Student Minister Karan wanted me to let you know that he had to drop off because he had to teach tonight.
Oh, okay. No problem. I definitely understand that. That comes first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was feeling it though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like.
Because there was another video that I saw, and I posted it on my page from. I think it was from the Children's Village, the Friday night event. I think it was the Sneaker Ball, Mother Khadijah's event, and I think that he was there with Lil Mama, and they had posted a video of him like rushing the stage and dancing with the children. So yeah, whenever the spirit moves him, he gets going.
Yeah, and she was there too. That was dope.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
so,
her.
Yeah, it was a nice show for $35. That shit was a bargain.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it was I'm glad that it was, because I remember like they had just announced that show like right maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks before, and I'm like, this is going to be big, but I'm hoping enough people find out, and I think that it got more buzz than people anticipated. Because I remember, like, everybody kept asking, like, you going to the concert? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to make it. So, yeah, I'm glad that they had a good turnout, and I'm glad everything went well with that.
But that's the problem, though. It wasn't a good turnout, in my estimation. Like,
it was not?
Packed. Now the problem I really had was that we had to, and I have been to this place a gazillion times over the years.
Was it at
St.
Andrews? I know.
Yeah, and I know to get to that one area, you got to go through the back door. But when this motherfucker told me you got to go in through the back, that shit hit me different this past weekend. Like it felt some type of way. You know, and I know, that's an entrance that they've been using for years.
Mhm.
But man, I felt like protesting right there. I was angry. I wanted to hit somebody. I was so bad.
Yeah, it was awesome. I really, really liked it.
Yeah, it was so dope. So shout out to them for just a phenomenal concert. And then it gave me a better preparation for what I was gonna kind of like expect. Because they were showing so much love with each other.
Right. So, yeah, I think that, it was like I had to do something to just anticipate how it was going to be. Because I know that, like, I get anxious when there's, like, big events happening and coming up. When it's something that's, like, an event that's, like, out of my normal routine. And I know there's going to be a lot of people there. Like, I start getting nervous. I think about, like, all of the things to get prepared for the event. Like, I start thinking about stuff like traffic. I think about parking. I think about, like, stuff that shouldn't matter. I should be just focused on the event itself, but I don't. Like, I'm a planner by nature, so I'm always thinking ahead of what needs to be done in order for me to get to where I need to be. So, I mean, like, that's a gift and a curse, I think. So it's gotten a lot worse. Like, I used to be able to just get up and go, like, without the blink of an eye, like, to do stuff. And, like, go to a concert or go to a basketball game or go to a sporting event. And now it's harder to get me out for that reason. So, like, this whole last weekend, like, I was anxious because I didn't know. Number one, I didn't know what to expect. I knew it was going to be, pretty peaceful, considering that we're in Detroit. But I knew, it was going to be beautiful. So I just didn't know what I had coming. And I think now that I've seen it and now that I've, know what to anticipate for next year and years to come, that I think, I'll be more prepared. I won't be as anxious as I was because, I was pretty nervous.
So the light skinned short brother, who was that was speaking?
You talking about Brother Nuri?
Is that Nuri Muhammad?
Nuri Muhammad? Mm-hmm.
That dude's dope.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. He's a firecracker. Yeah, he was just here a few weeks ago. Mhm. Yeah, I love him. I love Brother Nuri.
Yeah, he's got a good energy, and just something about that cat. Like when he starts talking, he resonates with a lot of folks.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, like he's somebody like he commands attention. He commands the room when he starts talking. People start listening. Like he's a
and from an outsider looking in, and this is just my 2 cents. I felt like Minister Farrakhan was holding back a little bit.
Well, I think that's what. So, I definitely I was not ready for anything to end. Like, I could have sat there for at least 2 more hours and listened to him talk. And I'm not sure what he definitely, you could tell he had more to say, and I think that he's reserving that for Sunday. So I'm looking forward to Sunday to hear what else he wants to talk about, because he, I really think that he has some things on his mind, and he was like, I'm not going to be able to get this all out today. Like, there's going to have to be a part 2, and that's why there's a part 2 this Sunday in Chicago, and I really wish I could go. But I can't.
Yeah.
I can't this weekend.
Yeah, that would be interesting. And he definitely touched on a lot of things, and put a lot of things in perspective, and really kind of explain his legacy. Dope.
Yeah.
I don't even know how else to say it. Like he really
he was
kind of put who he is into perspective, and when he was talking about his last name, like that was real shit right there.
Oh yeah, when he was talking about his grandson, like that was was part of the event where I was crying at that point. There were several moments like that. But that was one of the ones that was most memorable to me. And I'm still watching it. Like, I keep going back every night when I get home. I get into bed and I turn on the address. And I can only watch so much before I fall asleep because it's 3.5 hours of material. So it always seems like I'm falling asleep around the same part, which is the part where he's, talking about his grandson. But I remember another important part to me was when he was talking about Kobe Bryant, and I knew that if I came, that there was going to be a message there for me. Like, I didn't know at what point it was going to be. I didn't know where I was going to be, where I was going to get it, but I knew that there was going to be something that somebody said that was going to resonate with me. And it didn't come until the minister spoke that day, and when he got on the topic of Kobe Bryant, and he was talking about when you've discovered your purpose, you need to dedicate yourself to doing that. You need to make some sacrifices if you truly believe that, you're really out here to, if you've discovered what you want to do and there's something holding you back, you may have to give up whatever it is that's holding you back in order to propel yourself forward. And I literally felt that because I have, I'm actually going through processing to join the nation. So there's some things, I have to let go of and get prepared for, for this next journey in my life. And I'm really excited about it. And, just hearing him say that was just reinforcement for me.
That's dope. I'm glad you found your space.
Me too. I'm in a good spot.
Yeah. Everybody deserves
I can't
that.
imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine how I would be right now if it were not for the nation's involvement in my life and my involvement with the nation.
I mean, I don't know another organization that's consistently for a long time, and you can say what you want, however feeling you want, but the facts are the facts that have rehabilitated more black folks over the years in the nation.
Definitely. Just like Minister Ishmael said, he said a lot of black organizations have come, but only one has remained, and that's the nation. That's the only one that's been around. That's the only one that stayed. So that's not a coincidence. So I applaud them for the work they do. No, I applaud them for the work they do, the work they continue to do, and I look forward to continuing to do the work with them and for them.
You should, like I said, you can tell that you belong there. You feel me?
You think so?
Yeah.
That's dope. Like, just hearing you say that. Like,
yeah.
I'm excited. I'm glad that you see it. So
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not
dope.
the only person. And that's dope when you are able to witness that in a person.
Mhm.
That's some humbling
I've had
shit.
a couple of people, like, notice a change. They don't know why, like the change has happened or, like what's going on, but they notice that there's something different about me. So that's a testament in itself. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful to God about that.
That's dope. Oh, and I forgot. If you tuned in, you can call up 347-855-8692 and press 1. And this is the first time I've been able to actually broadcast live off of Blog Talk in a long time without it just totally going crazy. So that's dope.
Okay. So wait, so when you're on, like when you're doing live, what happens?
I usually just use the microphone that I got, and we Skype in, and we always have issues with people trying to call in. Well, there's some things I probably can't do while you. Actually, I'm not sure. I couldn't do that. That would cause a problem. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking off the top of my dome. But like for months, like anytime I would try to do this, I'd get the most horrible echo. And we didn't have this landline in our house at my behest since we moved here, and I have not used it, so I decided to use it today. And that was the problem. So shout out to you for suggesting the show, because I would not have found the cure to going live using Blog Talk without your request.
That's awesome. Aw, that's great. I'm glad that it worked out.
Yeah, hopefully
I'm so glad that it worked out.
Get it back to where it's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you one thing, though. Like, for the line to be so ridiculously long there, it was orderly, it was peaceful, it was, excuse me, brother, excuse me, queen, and you felt that shit.
Yeah, it was great. It was just respectful. It was just really, it was a really calm and peaceful, like, even the vendors areas, like, that was crazy. Like, I thought that once it was over, that the, like, I didn't know where the vendor tables were. So I'm glad I ran into Brother Captain for the mosque in Cleveland, and I asked him, I'm like, where's the vendor tables? I'm like, did they shut everything down? And he was like, no, go downstairs, sister. I'm like, oh, okay. And I get down there, it's a whole other world. I feel like I'm in Disney World. I'm like, oh, Lord. I'm like, what is going on down here? Like, it's a whole new area. And so I'm getting down there, and then that's when I see Brother Ben X, and I see Dr. Wesley Muhammad, and I see Nuri Muhammad again, signing books, and I see Dr. Ava Muhammad. I see 19 Keys. I see Brother Reza. It's like I just felt like
it was lit.
Yes, like I can't even describe it. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then, they had all these vendor tables. David Banner had a booth there. I got make sure to support that brother.
I did not know any of this.
Yes, it was awesome. Like, it was awesome.
I did not know
like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was great.
I feel like kicking myself.
It was great.
Anyway,
he wasn't there though, unfortunately, but he did have a table.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
I don't feel so
Yeah,
bad.
Okay,
But
yeah,
I know
he did.
I
He
know
had
you
a
got
table
things
talk.
to do, Queen. I ain't trying to cut you
Yes,
off,
sir.
but I know you got to dip up out of here. So I do
Yes,
appreciate
sir. But thank you so much. I appreciate the time.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yes,
I
sir.
do appreciate the honor of you sharing with me. That's dope.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so
always.
much for having us on the show. And